我发现女生上了35岁以上，就算你倒贴，你也不好找。
I've noticed that for women over 35, even if you're willing to give everything, it's still hard to find a partner. Take me, for example. I don't care about a house, a car, education, or even a dowry. I'm even willing to pay a 50,000 yuan dowry to a guy. But I can't find anyone, and I think it's understandable. Maybe because I'm older, not good-looking and short. Okay, I can accept that. But what about my best friend? She's 2 years younger than me, owns a house and a car, has a master's degree, and works as a teacher at a university in Hangzhou. She doesn't ask for anything either, just a good match, but she's been on countless blind dates and still can't find anyone. Sai, what should we do? Seriously, where have all the marriageable men gone?
过年前回来到现在1个多月了，也没有人给我介绍对象了。
It's been over a month since I returned home before the Lunar New Year, but even now, no one has introduced me to a potential partner. I hope to find a suitable partner, whether or not he's perfect, as long as he genuinely cares for me.
年纪比较大的女生基本上就找不到条件太好的男生了。
Older women basically can't find men with really good conditions anymore. Men with great conditions rarely stay single. Women snap them up quickly. Occasionally, one or two might remain single, but that's usually because they're extremely picky. For men who are older, have good conditions, and are still unmarried, it's either because they don't want to marry and just want to play around, or they're incredibly selective.
我的要求其实也不是特别高，就1.8米以上，然后长得帅一点。
My standards aren't really that high. I just want someone over 1.8 meters tall, good-looking, fair-skinned, with big eyes, preferably funny, someone I can get along with, and it doesn't matter where they're from, as long as they have their own career.
我今年38岁了，硕士学历，是一个优质的大龄剩女。
I'm 38 years old now, with a master's degree. I'm what you'd call a high-quality, leftover woman. I used to think that in Hangzhou, I could find an equally outstanding leftover man of the same age. But now, at 38, I've realized that the older, high-quality single men I consider excellent don't even glance at me. The ones pursuing me now are mostly rural bachelors. So, if I want to get married, it seems my only option is to move to the countryside and live there. My teacher, Mr. Li Lei, explained it to me. For women our age, we're seen as having no value in marriage, just like men without money. So now, I feel that moving to the countryside and living there might actually be pretty good. It's probably my best fate.
姐妹们，真的就是千万别让自己待到了30多岁还没有结婚。
Girls, seriously, don't let yourself stay single into your 30s without getting married. I came to the city today because I couldn't bear seeing the disappointed look in my mom's eyes. There's just no one introducing me to potential partners, not even divorced men. Really, don't let yourself stay single into your 30s without getting married.
现在女光棍数量都已经快突破1个亿了。
The number of female bachelors, unmarried women in China is almost hitting 100 million now, and some of them are even divorced. They open their mouths with outrageous demands, boldly expecting to get everything without effort, like sitting back and letting others feed them. But you need to realize that being foolish and having money won't exist in the same person. Some of these older single women spend all their time studying things like 3 sentences to make a man spend 1 million on me, or 3 sentences to turn a man into a fool for you. I'm not trying to look down on older single women, but do you really think you can treat rich people like fools? Even if you find the foolish son of a wealthy family, you'd still complain he's a mama's boy with no real masculinity. So what are you after? You call a 30-year-old man a middle-aged uncle, but women in their mid-30s, 40s, or even older still call themselves little girls. They often slide into my DMs to argue with me. What's there to argue about? In the end, does anyone actually want to marry you? When someone dates you, they're just playing around, and in the end, who's footing the bill? Instead of that, go read more books. You need to understand that productivity is the only true measure of worth.
我后来想了一下，为什么没人也不愿意给我介绍对象？
I thought about it later. Why matchmakers aren't willing to introduce me to anyone? First, it's because I'm older now. Second, it's not that matchmakers haven't tried to introduce people to you. It's that you've passed that age. Back when you were in your 20s, matchmakers were eager to bring guys to you every day. They'd even score a few packs of cigarettes out of it. But now people think, what am I introducing you to? You're over 30, still unmarried and living at home. So you might feel you're excellent, but your so-called high salary or height, those qualities you think match you, well, the people who have those traits are already married. The ones left are either much younger or, if they're around your age, they're either already married or have some kind of issue like impotence.
I've decided to stop being picky and just find an honest guy to marry. But for us girls, honest refers to someone like a big tech company programmer, someone who earns a lot but spends little, is introverted, honest, and straightforward, with no experience in romance. Some of these guys, even in their 30s, might still be virgins, blushing and hiding in a corner, fumbling with their clothes, just from saying a word or two to a girl. These kinds of men are treasures. Girls, if you meet one, you absolutely have to hold on to him. With him, he'll listen to you completely, hand over all his money for you to manage. But for men, their idea of an honest guy is someone who, even though they're in their 30s with no money, no house, no car, and no savings, says, my 3,500 yuan monthly salary? I can work until I'm old, it's a stable, ironclad job. Marrying me would be like your ancestors' graves smoking with good fortune. Can they even compare? Please, to the latter type of honest guy, stop chasing us. I'm begging you.
I'm a
34-year-old, leftover woman born in 1991. If I don't get married soon, I might not even be able to have children. But it seems rushing doesn't help. In reality, it's already hard for me to find someone just a little better than me or on par with me. I have a master's degree, 2 houses and 2 cars. Back when I worked in Shanghai, I earned a 300,000 yuan annual salary. With my conditions, the people others introduced to me are either divorced with several kids or penniless, middle-aged single men with nothing to their name. I can't bring myself to like them. So, sometimes I feel like I'm stuck in a vicious cycle. The people I like don't want me, and the people who like me I don't want. I'm stuck in this limbo, neither high enough nor low enough, just remaining single. Sometimes, I really feel so wronged. I came from a poor, rural area, worked hard to earn my master's degree, and through my own effort and struggle, bought houses and cars. I never relied on anyone, it's all from my own hard work. I feel my efforts and struggles deserve to be rewarded by society, but now you're telling me I'm too old, that I don't deserve better, and that I'm even less than a young, pretty factory girl from a glove factory who hasn't studied, has no house and no car. It's truly so unfair and frustrating.
The video is coming to an end, and if you enjoyed it, please consider subscribing. I'll keep updating with content you love, and your support is my biggest motivation to keep going. Also, feel free to leave any suggestions in the comments. I'll be picking some of your feedback from there, and those selected will get a mysterious reward from me.